I have $0 to my name. All I have is this truck right here and a chainsaw, and that's it. Let's see if we can survive 365 days in Lonely Valley. Let's go. Starting out then, let's go ahead and get over to some trees and get them chopped down. This truck is actually relatively large, but it's an old one, so we gotta try and find a good way to use it. Well, this looks like good a place as any, so let's go ahead and start chopping down some of the big trees, get them chopped into little pieces, shove them in the truck, and then we can go sell them. First tree is gonna come down, let's do it! Here we go, choppy choppy! Yes! So each of these trees is 35.8 meters tall. They're very big trees, and to be quite honest with you, I don't know how many of them I'm gonna be able to fit in there. We do have to delimb each one of them as well, so I'm going to zoom down this one. Here we go. And as soon as all of these limbs have been taken off, we can go ahead and start cutting this thing up into the right sizes, and hopefully we can get it on the truck. Right, so first log has to be really, really small. At least I think, anyway. Let's go ahead and see how heavy this little piece is going to be. So, can we lift it? Here we go. We can lift it. It's 85 kilos. Can we chuck it in the back of the truck? Yes, we can. Good. All right, let's go ahead and chop up the rest of this and get it all in there. For some reason, that piece just disappeared. I really don't know where that went. How weird. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the rest of these bits in here. It is a little bit tall, by the way. Like, actually trying to see in here is kind of difficult. And actually trying to put things in there is kind of annoying too. But we can just keep chucking them in. As long as we can keep chucking them in, we're going to keep doing it. And then as soon as we can go sell this, that's exactly what we're gonna do, because $0 is not very many dollars. Alright, there's one full tree in the back of the truck. We just gotta be very careful now, because I don't own any straps, and there's no way for me to strap any of this down. So driving is, yeah, a very, very sensitive thing here. Okay, well, we're back to the shore, and I believe the sawmill, yep, the sawmill's right here. So, I don't know where we sell this stuff is the only issue. Maybe I just drive it into here? I genuinely don't know. Doesn't seem like this is the sell point. This looks like the sell point. Here we go. No, maybe it's not. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and dump it out. And we'll see what happens. No, cancel dumping, it's not working. It's not working. This definitely looks like the place you dump things off at. Alright, let me go around here and we'll see. Oh, no, wait, hang on, you sell logs like this, don't you? 1 second. You press this button. Aha, there we go. 1,800 already. And we got a few more on the back of here. Bam, there you go, 2,164. Okay, it's time to chop down some more trees then. So I drove back and we're going to chop down this tree right here, shove it in the back of there, and then possibly that tree right there, and again, shove it in the back of there. We might need to buy a trailer, obviously, but we'll see. We'll see what we need. All right, we are arriving to sell. It's like 1.5 trees here. I did end up putting some of them there, which is interesting, but let's see how much money we get for this. Bam, there we go, 3,194. Interesting. So, we're on our way back right now, and I think what I'm going to do is just grab... Oh, actually, yeah, I'm just going to grab the last bit of this tree. We're going to sell that, and then I'm going to figure out what we can do from there, because I've got some things that, well, I've got some ideas. Well, turns out there wasn't actually that much tree left, but we'll see how much money we get for this. Sell it! There we go, another 848! Beautiful! This is gonna be weird, but we're starting with the animals. So, what I need to do is press R. We're gonna load up with wheat, but I need to make sure I keep a little bit of money behind. So, we've bought 1,512 liters of wheat. Okay, very interesting. 2,450, we do actually have that much money, and we're gonna place this right here. Do I want to customize the fence? Yeah, probably. Oh no, actually never mind. Don't customize the fence. Okay, do you want to plant the meadow? Yes. Alright, there we go! Haha! We got a place for chickens. Amazing! I don't currently have very much money. In fact, I've only got $56. So what I'm gonna do is actually buy 9 chickens, apparently. There you go. Purchase $54. There we go. Look at that, little chickens. Awesome. No, I've made a mistake. I shouldn't have bought these chickens. We only have 365 days, which means we only have 12 months, which means these guys are going to take forever to grow up and actually give us eggs. So, I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit more money, and we're going to buy big chickens. Stolen! Okay, I've gone ahead and chopped down another 30-foot tree, and, well, we're going to go sell all the logs again. Once I've sold the logs, we're going to buy some fully grown chickens, and they're going to start producing eggs. This'll do. This will do. Bam! $2,151. Awesome. All right, chicken time. Here we go. How many can I even buy? $2,000. It's in euros right now because my game keeps messing up, but it's fine. 2,000. That'll do. There we go. 39 chickens. Excellent. So we'll be getting eggs. Well, if I drop this off anyway. There we go. The wheat that we bought is getting dropped off right now. Beautiful. Alright, well, I guess we just gotta keep chopping down trees until we can afford more things, and then, eventually, no more trees will be chopped. So, yeah, that'll be interesting, but let's try and get this tree, that tree, this tree, and the tree that I've obviously chopped down, and maybe some others, and just see how much money we can get for the rest of the day. I guess I'll join you guys once I'm done chopping down a few trees, and once we've sold each of them. Load number 1, bam! $2,233. Second load, bam! $2,332. Load number 3, bam! $211. No, that's not what that says. Alright, well, we're up to $6,763, so I'm gonna buy a few more chickens. I don't know how many to actually purchase. Let's spend, I don't know, maybe 1,500-ish. There we go, another 28 chickens for tonight. Okay, very good. We're then gonna need to buy ourselves a house to sleep in. It's currently 5:30 in the afternoon, so I guess it's actually bedtime as well. Let's get ourselves a house, and we'll figure it out from there. I don't actually have very many options, and in fact, this is the only option we have. It is a $5,000 house, and honestly, it doesn't look too bad. So we're just gonna go ahead and position it over here, and that will be where we live. We do have $223 remaining, so I'm actually going to go ahead and spend that on 4 more chickens. There we go. How many are we up to? We got a lot. We got a lot of chickens. There's 80 chickens in there. All right, well, anyway, let's go to sleep, and in the morning, we'll figure out what we can do next. Good morning. We're actually $31 in debt right now. I didn't think we'd end up with less money than 0 in this playthrough, but there we are. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a little look at the chickens, see what they've produced, and we'll go from there. Oh, how many eggs is there? 183 eggs. Good job! Good job, girls! Awesome! I think this'll be it, so bam! There we go, $2,473. Okay, so this is where the plan comes out. We get rid of this off the back of our truck, and we buy ourselves something new for the back of the truck. Yeah, that's right. So, let's go ahead and find the truck in here. There it is. We're going to go ahead and go to combinations. We're going to find this one right here, and we're going to get the water version, please. There it is. All right, buy the water version, 2,500. Let's go pick it up. All right, there it is. Let's go ahead and connect onto this. You just drive through the legs and boop, there you go. All right, cool. What do we need to do now? Well, we need to fill it up. I don't know if I can get down there. Okay, is there any easier way to this water? It all seems very steep to me, but I think I can get down this bit. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hopefully we can get it out of the water. Or get the water out of the water? You know what I mean. Oh yeah, there we go. We're filling up. I don't know how much this even holds. I didn't even look. And we're going to take it back to our house. Okay, well, we're in construction because this is where things are going to get interesting. We need a greenhouse. Now, obviously, I only have $2,281, which means I can't afford most of these. However, I can afford this one right here. So, let's go ahead and buy a few of these and just position them, I guess, here. There's one. Okay, very nice. There's two. And 3. And 4. And 5? Yeah, there we go. 5 of them. Alright, we need to go ahead and fill each of those with water. It is going to take me some time because the water's very far away. But, yeah, let's go ahead and drop them off. Alright, so if I press I right here, it's going to unload into this one. Very good. And then obviously we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got 5 of them. Let's go ahead and jump straight into this as well. And we're going to make strawberries activate. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Wait, there could be a problem here. There could be a problem. And the problem might be that I don't think I can get to the... Yeah, this is the bit that they'd spawn in. So actually, I'm going to sell... I'll have these automatically sell every single one of them. Ooh, as it turns out, there is water not very far away from the house at all. We're just on the other side of those trees. Alright, so this is the last load, at least for right now anyway. We have 5,500 liters of water in this tank right here, and we're just traveling back to the house. The last greenhouse in the row is going to get this load, and hopefully that'll be good. Also, you guys get to experience what it's like driving through here. Look at it, it is bumpy as... Whoa, it's so bumpy. Anyway, yeah, we're going to go ahead and drop this off. Each of the greenhouses, I believe, can actually hold 10,000 liters, but that's neither here nor there. If we need to fill them up again soon, we totally will. Alright, well, that'll do. Very good. Let's go ahead and disconnect from this, because I'm going to try and sell at least another few trees before we give up. I don't mean give up, by the way. I just mean go to bed, but you know. Anyway, let's go ahead and reverse into this one, and we'll take it away. Okay, another load. Bam! 2,123. Okay, so, with the money we've got right now, we're gonna go ahead and buy more chickens. I don't know how many chickens I want in total, but, yeah, we're gonna go for quite a few. Okay, I'm gonna buy another 30 chickens. I know I was gonna spend all of it, but no. We're gonna spend a little bit of it and buy 30. What I then want to do is do a little bit of construction. I like the idea of making my farms look at least somewhat nice, so that's what I'm going to attempt to do. What is this? Forest roots. Interesting. No, we're going to go with mossy pebbles. That is going to be our flooring. So, let's start right here and just do this. Right, how much have I just spent? About 100 and a bit. It's a lot of money that you end up spending when you do this. We're then going to... actually do quite a lot of this, to be honest. Let's just go ahead and do this here. There we go, all the way across to that side. Alright, that'll do. Yep. And then I'm actually just going to go ahead and bring it down to here. And I'm out of money. Alright, I'm out of money. All we managed to do is get a bunch of mossy pebbles. We didn't even manage to get it to the road. That's where I wanted to get to. Here's another one. Boop. There we go, 2,152. It's all different amounts of money, even though obviously the trees are the same size, because it all depends on how like long the bits of wood are that you can actually use. And obviously a lot of them are very, very chopped up because that's how it works. But yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and drive back home. I'm going to have a little look at the chickens real quick, and I'm going to have a little look at the greenhouses, and I think I'm going to finish up the floor. Alright, apparently we have 110 chickens. That's amazing. 9 of them are little tiny ones, so we don't really want to count those in with it, to be fair, but it is what it is. These guys, is there any way in for me? I'd love to be able to go in and have a little look at these, but you can see through the side. We're obviously growing strawberries. It looks pretty cool in there. Alright, well, I want to go ahead and bring the roads down to the road. Yeah, that's right. I want the road to come to the road, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and build that all the way up to there. That's nice. Do this little bit down here. And that looks... Let's cut this corner as well. There we go. That looks alright to me. Yeah, I like it. I'm also just going to go ahead and put a bit of a foundation underneath the house. So I'm going to use actual real gravel for this. There we go. And I'm going to send that all the way around the outside. It might look a little bit ugly, but it is what it is. Cool. I'm going to chop down a few of the trees next to our house as well. This one right here needs to go, so let's go ahead and chop it down right at the base. There we go. And we'll probably chop down that other tree that we can just about see at the top of the screen as well. Chop down this guy too. Something tells me this is not how you load a truck. I gotta be very careful now in order to make it all the way to the sell point with the 2 trees on the truck. This is insane. And bam! There we go. 4,000. Oh, wait, there's a little bit more. Oh, a little bit more as well. There you go. We're up to like 6,800. That's quite a lot of money, actually. Oh, we're spending 7 grand on chickens. This could be a terrible idea, but let's go ahead and see how many we can get. I'm assuming around, what, like 60 maybe? Something like that? Maybe more? More than 60? That would be crazy. There you go, 60. Oh, we can buy loads. We can buy like 100 more chickens. Let's double the amount of chickens we have. 110. Yes, there we go. 6 grand. Buy. Excellent. What I'm then going to do is travel over to the store. We're going to get a little bit more food for these chickens. And we'll bring it back. We'll put it in here. And then we'll probably go to sleep, actually. That didn't last very long at all. It just, like, spewed it out in here. We have 339 liters. That's not very much. And we just spent $822 on it. We're in debt again. No. Alright, off you go. We're jumping it off the back. And that seems like a good idea. Alright, very nice. Let's go ahead and stop our engine right there. And although it's quite early today, we're going to sleep. Remember, right now we have minus $19, but in the morning, hopefully, all of these guys will have made some strawberries and sold and made us some money. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everybody. We have a lot of eggs. There are so many eggs. I don't know how much money we're going to get for this, but that's 1,000 eggs right there, and this is 82 eggs right here. Also, you will notice we've got $4,280 because these guys all sold their strawberries. That's right. One thing that I do need to check, though, is if they've still got water. Oh, yes. I don't think we're ever going to have to bring more water to these. That's awesome. Okay, well, we need to get something to lift the eggs onto the truck, so this is what we'll be using. This is a John Deere forklift, and it's $3,000. We're going to purchase it straight away. We're going to go pick it up, and yeah, I guess we'll load the eggs on. What a strange machine. It is like a normal tractor, but the steering wheel is behind. Oh my, it's very slow. Yeah, the steering wheel is behind, and the seat is pointing backwards. But it's a normal tractor on this end. How weird! Also, it's extremely slow. This is going to take me 10 years to get home. It has taken me so long to get here. Also, I didn't realize it's in a very similar color to my truck. Very nice. Is it the same color? Maybe. Anyway, let's go ahead and lift this full pallet of eggs on, and we'll see. Oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. We'll see if... Oh my goodness. How much money we can actually get for these. I'm going to assume not actually that much. But we'll figure it out. Come on. Lift it up. Lift her up. There we go. And hopefully we can just get it to slide off if I do this. Nope, that didn't work. Lower it down a little bit more. There we go. Yes. Very good. I'm then going to push it just a little bit. Oh no, that didn't work. We'll leave it there and we'll go sell them. I don't actually know where I even sell this. Can I sell it here? Oh. Haha, yes! $3,628. Alright, well, we might as well use that money that we just got there to buy some more grain? No, actually, maybe I save up a little bit of money. We sell a few trees. And I'll actually buy a logging trailer with a crane. I think that would make sense. Whilst I do that, you let me know in the comments down below what your favorite color is. Well, it's nighttime now, and we've done a lot of work. We now have 16,600. Oh, I look like the devil. $16,660, which means I can spend it. All right, well, let's do it. Let's go ahead and buy this thing right here. It is a trailer with a crane on it that allows us to put logs on the back. I feel like this is a good purchase. It is going to cost us $11,000, but let's go ahead and do it and take it back to the farm. And then hopefully we can use it tomorrow. Where is it? Oh my goodness, it is so much smaller than I thought. Wait, it's tiny! It's so small! Oh no! That is not something that I wanted. No, that is way too small. I'm gonna lose money, but there's no way I can use that. It's tiny. I've got a different idea instead. We can use the money in different ways. I'm gonna go ahead and grab like 1,000 liters of wheat. There we go. And I'm gonna drive back to the farm. All right, dump it in. Now let's do it. There we go. So 1,000 liters is going in there. They were actually only left with 32 liters, which is not very much. Let's go ahead and buy more chickens. Yeah, that's right. We're going to buy... Oh, I can't quite do 250. Let's buy 200. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of these. There we go. And I'm going to buy 200 chickens for $11,000. Yes. Okay. How many do we have? 459 chickens is what we have. Wow. Well, it is nighttime and I can't see very much, so I'm going to bed. Yeah, that is insane though. Although actually no, before we go to bed, I'm going to go get as much wheat as I can so that these guys definitely have food to eat. Okay, we just spent $1,367 on 563 wheat. That is actually pretty terrible, but let's get back to the farm. Well, it doesn't actually feel like morning, but it is morning time. It's so dark. That's crazy. Anyway, how much money have we made overnight? Let's check. $3,339. More importantly, though, where are our chickens and how many eggs do we have? Let's have a little look over here. Is that almost 2 pallets full? Okay, so there is 678 pieces there, and there is 1,000 pieces here. Okay, let's go ahead and load them onto the truck and get them sold. Oh my goodness, this thing this thing takes forever to actually get ready to go. And then once it is going, it is so slow. It's ridiculous. Oh, we might as well just... I don't know, we've probably got enough time to become like a mega weightlifter. Just lift the pallets on with my arms. It's fine. Alright, we're gonna put both these pallets on the truck. And I would imagine we can do it both at once, actually. So let's go ahead and line... Am I stuck? Let's line ourselves up quite nicely. There we go. We'll lower it down, we'll push it in. Uh-oh. That wasn't the greatest. But we don't have them. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work. One at a time. Let's go for the one with not very many on for right now. Here we go. Oh, the one with less, I should say, because it does still have 600. There we go. And we'll pop this on first. There's something wrong with these forks. They don't actually work like real forks in this game. Look at it. Oh, it's so weird. It's really weird. Anyway, if I drive over to this, we should be able to lower it down and drop this one off, please. I don't want to deal with it anymore. There we go. Whew. Alright, let's get the other one. There is something really not right about these forks. I'm just dealing with it anyway, but like, it's so strange. It's so weird. Uh-oh, no, don't fall off. That'll do. That'll do. Whew. Here we go. How much money are we gonna get? Please say a decent amount. Whoop. There we go. Almost 7,000. Alright, well, we can't just rely on chickens and greenhouses, can we? So, we need another production. And I think that production has to be a different animal. So, let's figure that out. So, we can do cows, we can do horses, we can do pigs, we can do sheep, we can do chickens, we can do bees, or we can do other, which is dog. So, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We've already done that. So, sheep? Yeah. We do have to have 14,000 for sheep, though. For pigs, we have to have more than that. Okay, and for horses, I don't want to do horses. And for cows, we need 15,000. Alright, looks like it's going to be sheep then. We need to save up another, like, 14,000 essentially, in order to actually buy just the area for the sheep to be in. We then need more money to buy stuff to feed the sheep. I am going to chop down this tree over here. I'm just picking them at random, to be honest. There's probably stumps everywhere now, but yeah, randomly picking trees to chop down is just the way it is. I own pretty much all of this forest anyway, so... In fact, I do own almost all of the forest. That's good. That's very good. Anyway, chop this down. We'll chop... Okay, I did hit my truck, but not very hard. We're going to chop this into pieces, and we're going to get it sold. Then we need to do another one, and possibly another one, and another one. I'm gonna chop down trees until we've got, like, I don't know, 25,000, something like that. Well, we're on 25,202 because some of our strawberries ended up selling throughout the day as I was trucking some trees. Honestly, this is good. This is very good. We now need to probably go to sleep, if I'm honest, and in the morning we'll do the sheep thing. Well, good morning. It is time for sheep. That's right. Let's go ahead and figure out where the sheep are gonna go and get them in. Oh, also we have 29,000 now instead. Beautiful. Okay, sheep pen. Where should the sheep pen actually go? Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it behind the greenhouses. It's going to line up somewhat back here, and yeah, we're just going to go ahead and chuck it in. I'm sure that'll be fine. There we go. Do I want to customize the fence? No. Do I want to plant a meadow? Yes. There we go. Alright, let's go have a little look at it. Alright, so, this isn't very big. Considering there is going to be up to 500 sheep in here, this is tiny. Alright, well, we're gonna need a lawnmower of some sort, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy this Husqvarna right here. Yes. We are gonna go for... Wait, a bumper? Oh, yeah, we can have a bumper on it? That's amazing. No, we're gonna go ahead and buy it like this, $3,500, and then we actually need to go to combinations, and we need to buy the double collector with... How much capacity can we have? 4,000? Yes, please. There you go, that's $600 right there. Alright, good. And here it is. Unfortunately, even though it's 8 AM, it is still very dark. But this gives us a chance to drive from where we are right now over to the farm, and we can actually harvest grass on our way over. Oopsie daisy, I just spewed grass all over the place. I didn't realize we were full. Anyway, let's go ahead and dump this off here for the sheep. Oh, we're also gonna have to give them water, but fortunately, I have a water truck. Oh, look at that, it's dumping. Very good. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna go ahead and buy as many sheep as we sort of can. Wait, do they give us wool? Sheep produce wool. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and allow us to just buy... I don't know. Do all sheep produce wool the same? Or are some sheep... This one produces... Wait, goats? Goats produce milk? I'm doing that. We're gonna get as many goats as I can buy, which is not actually very many goats, to be honest. Yeah, we're gonna be able to buy 20 goats. Okay, 20 goats it is. They're gonna be producing milk. Oh, look at them! Amazing. They're gonna produce milk, and that's good. Does it automatically sell, or do I have to sell it myself? I don't really know how that works. I'm sure it'll be fine. Alright, well, we're jumping in the truck because we need to deliver water, so let's go ahead and drive over to the water tank, and we'll use that. Also, there is actually the ability to have a milk tank on the back of this truck, so if I wanted to sell it like that, I guess I could. Alright, you little goats, I'm coming in to give you water. Oh yeah, we are going to have to feed them a lot more as well, but we'll dump the water off for them. I don't know how much water they can even have. Like, how much can it hold? I have no idea. Anyway, we're going to drop this down. We're going to go ahead and turn this on and drop it down as well. And we're just going to drive about until we're full again. Alright, there we go. Another full load going in. It is... I mean, it's doing it, to be fair. I don't know how much space... yeah, I really want to know, actually. Where even is it? I think I've parked on the thing that I need to get to. There we go. No. Does this show me how much it can hold? No. We currently have 7,000 food and 5,500 liters of water. I think that's probably enough for 20 goats. I think so. So, what I'm going to do now, then, is zoom around in this for a second. I'm going to try and get a full cargo, and then I'm going to try and sell it, and I don't know, I guess we'll see how much money we get for that. I have no idea if we're going to get loads, whether we're going to get none. I genuinely don't know, but we'll see. I'm basically going to get none, I think, but it is what it is. Finally, it's getting brighter. We have our full we have our full capacity right now, by the way, and I'm driving all the way over here. But I have very, very low expectations as to what we're going to get from this. Come here, yo. I think it sells here? Oh, yeah, it looks like it does. Well, this might not actually be as bad as I was thinking. We're getting, yeah, in fact, we're getting more money than I thought we would. But how much more is the question? I don't know, is it? Ooh, it's still going. There we go. 528. That's not bad. Alright, well, I decided on the way back to get another full load of grass, so let's go ahead and dump that straight away. There we go, for you big goats. I don't know how much money I'm going to get from these. It's a bit weird. I genuinely don't know how to feel about it. Also, I need to check what it says. So, it says something about... Goats produce goat milk, which can be sold directly or processed further. Okay. Goats eat grass and hay. Yep. Additionally, they require water. That's fine. This animal has reached its breeding age. Animals that are healthy and older than 8 months can reproduce. So... good. But also... oh, here we go. So goat milk is right there. I don't know how I choose whether it gets sold or whether it gets processed. Maybe it just gets sold unless we process it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, we need to go past that, and I need to essentially drop this off because, well, we need to chop down more trees in order to make some more money. It's literally how we're going to make our money because... we only have a year, which means I don't have long enough to actually grow anything, you know? If I'd started at a different point in the year, though, we could have done that, but I didn't, so it is what it is. Okay, I have a plan then. So what I'm going to do is chop down this tree very low to the ground, and I'm obviously going to delimb it, But then I'm going to try and chop it into like 8-meter lengths. 8-meter lengths will actually be the most effective to sell. So as long as I chop all these down, all the limbs, get all the limbs all the way off, I think... Well, this piece doesn't really matter, so I'm going to go ahead and chop it like here. And this bit we can lift up anyway. Just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and try and put this on here. Like that. There we go. Alright, that works. What we're then going to do is chop this one right here. I might even be able to lift this one up, to be honest. Oh, I can. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put that on there as well. Okay, so far so good. And I'm actually going to try and move it. It's really hard to get onto the back of this thing. Sometimes it lets you, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to move this over to the side and actually push it as far back as I can. There we go. Alright. With the rest of them, this is where things get interesting. So, maybe if we put the thing underneath first. I don't know. I've had some issues with these forks already. So we might end up just ballsing this up, but we'll see. Alright, well, currently it's on there, so I'm just going to go ahead and chop it, like, here-ish. And hopefully it stays on there. It might not. Oh, so far, actually, so good, sort of. Yeah, so far, kind of. Oh, yeah, I thought that might happen. Alright, so the problem is, it was just stuck for a bit. What if I reversed the truck into that? Alright. Things are gonna get weird, and I don't know how to feel about it. But if I reverse the truck underneath, maybe we'll be alright. Who knows? Alright, let's reverse into this. Okay. And then if I, like, try and just push it, I might be able to escape. Let me escape, please. No. Alright, if I drive this way. Ah, there we go. There's no way that's staying on there as I drive. There's no way. Alright, well, I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like this is... this is the stupidest move I've done. We're gonna just shove it on here. Also, just as a side note, these are way longer than the pieces that I originally thought I was going to be putting on the truck. So, yeah, this is really weird. This is so weird. Can I maybe go underneath this and try and do it from there? Hold on. If I do this, and then I lift. Ah! Aha! Yes! Is it doing the right thing, though? I have no idea. There we go. Alright, lift it a bit more, lift it a bit more. And... sure. That doesn't seem right. Not gonna lie. That really doesn't seem good. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and try and sell it like this. I wonder how much money we're gonna get. So it's in 4 pieces instead of 1,000,000 pieces. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, I hope this gives me more money, because it was more of a pain in the butt. Boop! There we go. 3,200. Yeah, it gave me about 1,000 more. That's not terrible. You know what? We should buy a trailer. This one is too small, but this one right here is actually a really good trailer. So we're going to go ahead and buy it. Look at it. Yes. All right. Hopefully with this, and the thingamabobby we have, the forklift, we can actually maybe transport things way easier, because we can at least strap them down with this. What happens if we sell an entire tree? This is a good question, I think. So we're gonna try and chop this tree down straight onto the trailer, just like so. It's gonna fall, and strap down it is. Okay. It's in a state of flying right now, but what I'm gonna do is chop off all the branches as we go up and delimb the thing. Hopefully, once it's delimbed, it'll be worth more, which it should be. And there we go. Alright, I think I've got all of it. Have I? No, I definitely have not got all of it. There's still a bunch of it back here. Hold on. Go, 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 go. Alright, almost all of it's gone. We've only got a few more branches to cut. There we go. That's it, I think. One huge tree. Let's go sell it. Alright, out the way. Let's see how much money this gets us. It is a very bizarre thing, but... there we go, 1,500. To be honest, that didn't take us very much effort whatsoever. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. However, it is half of what we got last time. Alright, so what if we do it again? But this time, we jump straight back in. We strap it down. Oh, that was actually a pretty bad way of strapping it down, but... yeah, we're not going to do it this way. I'm just going to try and load it up properly. Alright, let's try and load this on properly then. I've already delimbed it, so we don't have to deal with that, but... I need to lift the front up and over onto the trailer, so that's the thing. Also, this forklift is just a bit weird. I don't know how to feel about that, but let's go ahead and lift this as high as we can. Chuck it over the top, if possible. We're getting a little bit stuck on this stump. Alright, chuck it over. And maybe push it from the back? I don't know. I don't know, maybe we can just do this. Hey, there we go. Alright, this is a lot more difficult to do than I originally anticipated, but I mean, it is getting on there. It's just not getting on there particularly easily. Alright, let's lower this down. We'll actually grab this. We obviously have to try and lift it over the pillars that we have right there. And on. There we go. I mean, that wasn't too difficult that time. Alright, let's go ahead and drop that off, please. Please. There we go. Oh my goodness. Alright, it's on. And then the last piece, I'm actually just going to go ahead and chop in two, because I should be able to lift both of these on. Alright, there we go. And... no. I can't lift that piece, but I can lift this one. Alright, there we go. Dump that on there straight away. And... that's all good. Okay. I can't believe I can't lift this piece. We have to chop it into two bits. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to chuck it in here. And chuck this one in here too. Okay. Well, we're getting there. Okay, well, let's go sell these ones, and then once we've done this, we'll figure out if we can get some more on the trailer next time, and then we'll go sell those. I think what I'll do is I'll try and get to... I don't know, I was going to say a decent amount of money, but I don't actually know how much money I want. This isn't necessarily I don't necessarily need to get the most money I can. All I really want to do is get some money. That's all. I think I want a front loader of some sort, so I'm gonna sell some logs until we get to around 18,000, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I should be able to sell this. There we go, 3,500. Whew, nice. Alright guys, well, it took me a little while to get to this point where we stacked it like this. We have a good few trees here. I don't know how many it actually is, but let's go ahead and see how much money we get. 12,814. That's not bad. Alright, well, it's time to go to bed again because it's already dark. Yeah, it's December in-game and, well, it's, it is getting dark really early. Unfortunately, let's just go ahead and park this here for now. And let's go to sleep. No, wait, hang on. There's one thing that I need to check. Do these guys have food? They have no food. Oh, okay. Right, we need to go get them food. Be right back, everybody. Hopefully the goats have food too. I don't know, though. I have no idea. Okay, load it up with wheat. Yes! I just spent 7,000 on 3,000 liters of wheat. Oh my goodness. Wait a second. Is it actually cheaper to buy food? It might be cheaper to buy big bags of chicken food. Where is it? Chicken feed. 1,000, 1,500. It is, isn't it? Oh, that's really annoying. Alright, well, I guess we know that for next time. It's also a little bit more annoying to transport, but that's fine. Alright, dump it. Let's go. Dump it. No? It doesn't want to dump. Oh, I don't know what just happened. Ah! Dump it. Please. There we go. It's dumping. Alright, cool. So, that'll dump right now, and we can go to sleep. Well, it's snowing. Oh my goodness. Guys, the milk is right here. There's no menu to sell milk. I can just take this to get processed, or I can take it to sell it. That's how this works. But anyway, that's all good. These guys still have grass in there, still have water in there. Obviously, we got milk right there as well, which is pretty good. We have ourselves some eggs too. That's excellent. And I'm happy. Yeah, things are happening, guys. Unfortunately for this thing, it is time to sell it. So we're going to go ahead and drive this thing all the way to the store, and we're going to sell it because it's getting a really big upgrade. When I say really big, it's getting an upgrade. I drove it all the way over here to sell it. So that is what we're going to do. Here we go. Repaint for $21. Sure. Sell it for $2,804. Okay. We're up to 21 grand. Let's go ahead and buy the thing that I want to buy that replaces it. Here we go. This machine right here. It looks so derpy. This is going to be the thing that replaces it. So let's go ahead and purchase it for 15,000. And then I think I want to buy a log fork. Yeah. Is it gonna fit this machine? I hope so. We're spending 5,500 on a log fork. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Here it is. I don't think it fits this machine, does it? I think I've made a boo-boo. I think I've done a huge boo-boo here. Oh, a huge boo-boo. A massive, massive boo-boo. Okay, I got it to the sell zone, so we're gonna go ahead and sell it straight away. We lost about $400, but that's okay. We're then gonna have to purchase whatever tool we can that will work, which is this one. Okay, because it has a weird attacher, one in the middle and then two at the sides. Alright, well, let's buy this and hope that it'll actually be useful. The thing is, it might not be. I wanted a log fork. That's what I wanted. Oh well, at least it's faster than the other thing, and at least it's got a cabin because it's snowing, and it'll probably be able to lift more, maybe? Although I don't know. Alright, well, first job is already here. We're gonna go ahead and load up the eggs. So, if I can push this underneath both of those. Oh yes, it works like an actual forklift. This is good. The other one didn't work this way, and I don't really know why. Anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and put it on here. Yes. I could wiggle it off, or we could just drag it off. Let's just drag it. Here we go. Boop. Excellent. And then let's go get the milk as well, and we'll sell that too. Guys, look at this. Whoa! Okay, I didn't know it did that. I did not know it did that. That's amazing. Not the thing that I needed. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we can get to the engine too. That is not what I wanted. I just want the pallet fork to go in more. That's all I wanted here. I didn't want any of that stuff that just happened. Okay. Alright, well, we got some eggs and we got some milk now. Let's go deliver it. Alright, here we go. Sell, sell, sell. Boop. There we go. $7,795. That's not bad whatsoever. We're up to 12,700. This is good. It's actually pretty good. We're going to go ahead and travel back now. And we're actually going to go to sleep. It's winter. There's snow all over the place. I just want to go to bed. These guys still have food. That's good. Let's go ahead and check if these guys still have food. The goats. The goats actually have loads of food. And also, we've got money. So, we're going to buy more goats. Yes, we are. How many more goats can we afford? Let's try and buy another 20. There we go. Okay. How many goats are we actually up to? Okay. Okay. Hang on. So, are these guys gonna reproduce 20%? So very soon, we'll actually have more goats anyway. Okay, good morning everybody. We need to take this thing to the store. And actually, we might take the truck to the store very soon too. I'm going to be buying a trailer today. And I'm going to be buying more chicken food. So, that's our job right now. This cab is very bare, isn't it? I would imagine it's actually still very cold in here. It's really cold, actually. We're buying this. We're buying the tip trailer again. If you guys have not seen this thing before, essentially it flips up, allowing you to drive onto it, and then, wait, hang on. Did I just spend more money than I needed to? Oh no, it's just plus 500 anyway. Interesting. Well, anyway, I bought that so that we can transport this if we ever need to, and we're actually going to go ahead and purchase some chicken food because it works out cheaper. At least, I think it works out cheaper. I don't know. Okay, we can only buy 2 bags. There you go. 3,000. Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it works out cheaper. Oh, am I very wrong? I could be very wrong. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, it's still raining. Still miserable. Let's see if we can grab both of these at once. Because I can't move my thingamabobby. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. I can't move the fins. The fins? The pallet forks. The forks! That's what I'm trying to say. I can't seem to move the forks outside to side. But, yeah, it's fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and attach onto this. We'll take it all home. Let's go. Probably didn't need this trailer, actually. But we have it now. Alright, I dumped the trailer over there. We're going to go ahead and dump this in with the chickens. Here we go. There you go, little chickens. Bunch of food for you. I think they did actually need food. I don't know whether I've just bought that without them needing food. Maybe I have. Who knows? Anyway, we're going to go ahead and park this up now. Because we can. I do not want to do any work in the snow, so I'm actually going to bed again. That's right, we are sleeping through the night again. Oh, it's actually a lovely day today. So we're going to get to work. What are we going to do? Well, I'm going to go ahead and load the milk onto that new trailer we bought. And I'm also going to load the eggs onto the new trailer that we bought. And we're going to go sell them. Because that makes sense. Look at how many goats are in there, by the way. That's too many goats. That is. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and lower this down, lift it up a little bit. Oh, I can't, actually. Alright, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put these on the trailer. We'll then go get the eggs, we'll put those on the trailer, and then we'll use the truck to go sell them. Alright, eggs and also milk on there. Very good. It would be nice if I could actually make cakes, wouldn't it? I think we are at the point where we could actually do that, almost. Because we have strawberries, we have it's goat milk. I don't know, I think I can only make cheese with goat milk. What if we made cakes with goat milk? Can you make cakes with goat milk? I don't know. I would assume so. I don't know. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below if you've ever had goat milk cake. Right, okay, let's go ahead and grab all of these things now and we'll get them sold. Hopefully making us a decent amount of cash, but I don't know whether we will or whether we won't. I don't know. I should probably strap them down. There we go. So we actually have 1,600 liters of milk and then 1,909 eggs. This should net us quite a lot of money, I think. Twist, twist, twist. Yes. All right, here we go. Disconnect it. All sold. What? 19,400. That's a lot more money than I expected. Okay, they've run out of food again. We now have money though, so we can actually buy some food. These guys have not run out of food, but we will have to give them water soon. So, what I want to do is I actually want to load this guy onto the back of the trailer. We're gonna go get a bunch of chicken food, and we're gonna load it onto said trailer. Yeah. Alright, there we go. We're on the trailer. Very nice. Jump in here. Let's go ahead and lower that back down. And strap it down. Let's go. Yeah. So we're going to get chicken food. and then we'll go get some water for the goats. Yes, that's necessary. And then we're actually going to be buying more goats, because we should. Which also means we're going to have to do some mowing as well. So we'll get them a bunch of food too. There's a lot to do. Okay, so start the engine. Let's go ahead and get this off of here. But first, we need to buy chicken food. We're actually going to go ahead and buy 6 bags. That's going to be $9,000. Oh, okay. We're spending the big bucks now, which is actually fine because it sort of works. Okay. If I could move these pallet forks apart, this thing would be great. but I can't, so therefore it's not great? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this wheel loader, because I genuinely can't actually slot it through both of these very easily. Like, it's definitely possible, but I can't quite do it. Ugh. Alright, well, we'll just... Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Right, you know what? Reverse out. Let's try and get this one really quickly. Because I can. There we go. As long as I, like, sort of move everything around a lot, we should be fine. But I don't want to move everything around a lot. Alright, does this fit in here? Oh. Yeah, I didn't think about this. I can empty the bags into here. That's kind of cool. Alright, last load's going in, I think. Yeah, there we go. And it shouldn't take long for this to finish. However, we've run out of room. That's okay. We can actually just load ourselves back onto the trailer with these two. And then we can empty these into the chicken coop. And then we can empty the truck into the chicken coop. And that'll be fine. Alright, there we go. We're on the trailer. Let's go ahead and lower it back down. Strap it down. And let's go. Alright, I've dropped it off there. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and, well, I was going to say sell all of this. We're not selling anything. We're just dumping it back here. Uh-oh, I pressed H again. My bad. Okay, reverse and let loose. Alright, that's going to take a little bit of time. Let's use that chance to actually go straight into this guy. And then we can drop all of this off too. Okay. There we go. I don't know how many thousands of liters that was. Was it 6? I think it's going to be 6 once we're finished with it. Which is quite a lot of food for chickens. There we go. For some reason only one of them is dumping. Please. Dump. There we go. Haha. Alright, there we go. And that's all of the chickens feeded. They've been feeded. Alright, it's time to park this guy up now, really quickly. Yes. And what we'll do is, we'll actually just jump straight into this. We'll do 2 full loads of this. And then once we've done that, we'll actually go to sleep again. Yeah. And then in the morning, we'll go ahead and get them water, and we'll drop that off, and that should be good, I think. First load delivery! Oh, look at all of them. There's too many goats in there already. As it is, and we're about to get more. Tell you what, we'll actually get the second load of it tomorrow, so let's go buy some more goats. Some more goats. How much money do I have? 17,000. That means we can buy more goats. Yeah, we're gonna buy another 30. Oh, that seems ridiculous, but sure. There we go. How much do we have? 70 goats in there. Well, good morning, everybody. We have milk. Look at that. There's milk, and if we have a little look over the other side, there are eggs just over there. What are we going to do today? Well, we're going to need to get new water for the goats. We're going to have to... What was the other thing? There was something else I needed to do. We're also going to have to get the goats some more food. We might also have to get the chickens more food, but I don't want to think about that. Would you look at that? We're delivering all of the... I was gonna say, we're delivering all of the grass, and that is true. The goats are getting grass. This is awesome. Well, we don't need the water anymore, because, well, the greenhouses haven't had to have water for ages, and the goats don't need water for another 10 years, so we can just drop this right here. There we go. Unless I bought more greenhouses. Like, I could actually do that. Do we think that this one that costs 3,000 is actually worth that much more than those tiny ones? Well, my answer's probably no, but we're gonna try it, so let's go ahead and reattach onto this. We'll go get a bunch of water and we'll fill that thing up. Alright, 5,500 liters of water going in. There we go. At least we can actually get in this one as well, by the way. Like, it is actually kind of cool you can walk in these. Anyway, oh, it's rice. Oh, no, it's the rice one. I forgot. Ew. I don't like this. I actually don't like the rice one. Right, well, we've changed the output to selling. We'll see how much money we get, I guess. Apparently, it doesn't actually take that much water, either. It's like 2,000 liters. That is not very much. That is not very much whatsoever. How much do these guys have in them? Still almost 2,000 liters. That is insane. They don't use very much at all. Well, there's not really too much I want to do for the rest of the day, so again, we're gonna go to sleep. I want to see how much money we make from that. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'm assuming we'll make a decent amount. I want to get more pallets of eggs and more milk, and then once we got those, we can put them on this trailer and we can go sell them. And then hopefully we can make our yard a little bit nicer. Well, we have $11,000 now. I should have probably remembered what we had last time, because I can't remember. But that's fine. We have a load of milk. That's really good. We have probably got loads of eggs too. We do indeed. I would assume that we don't have very much food left for these. Yeah, not very much. And I would also assume we don't really have very much food or water for these guys. That's not necessarily true. We've got quite a bit, actually. Well, it's time for this thing to do its job again, so let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna grab all of the eggs. I was gonna leave the one pallet where it's just got one box on. But actually, we might as well grab all of them. Here we go. Shove it underneath there. Oh, that was bad. That was a terrible attachment. I do wish I could widen the thing on these, but it is what it is. What I could do is maybe put these on top of those ones. Oh, here we go. We'll put these on top of these ones. Oh, it's really hard to do it properly, but that works. And then maybe if we put this one on top of those ones. Here we go. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to go on there. There we go. Alright, very good. And then if I attach onto both of these... Oh. No, reverse. Go forwards. There we go. There we go. And then we can put these on the trailer. I don't know if I'll actually be able to reach it from this side, but I'm going to give it a go. Please say I can. It looks like I might be able to. Alright, there we go. Drop it down. And reverse. Good, we did it. Let's grab these ones as well. Come on, lower it down. It's a bit annoying that this bit's on a hill, but it is what it is. I think instead of stacking these guys up, we can probably grab all four at once. That's the idea. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. I don't know. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Awesome. The little John Deere thing wouldn't have been able to do that. I feel like this is where things get a little bit sketch and also a little bit weird. Because I'm gonna park this here. We're gonna jump into this. I'm actually going to disconnect from... Oh, that was a bad idea. Alright, we'll disconnect it on flat land, and then we're going to use the truck to tow everything over to the store. Alright, reverse it back, disconnect that. Alright, so far so good. We don't actually need a back on this for it to be useful, which is good. Let's go ahead and attach onto this. Press X so that the thing falls down. And strap it. That's not good. Hold on. Maybe lower this down a little bit more. I like that. And now strap it. I think that's fine. I don't think it's going to allow me to sell it like this, but the eggs have gone for 13,000. And then if I lower this down and I try and take them off the forks. There we go. Oh, that is another... Whoa! We've almost got 50k! That is crazy! That seems like so much money for me, but it's not actually that much money. That's insane. Alright, strap this down, we're going back home. Oh wait, no, that's not true, is it? It's not, because we need to get loads of, I should have put the back on the truck. We need to buy loads of chicken food. I just spent $8,000 on this. Oh my goodness. Well, it all needs to be loaded onto there, and then we need to get out of here. This may or may not be one of the weirdest ways of doing this. but it's on there, so off we go. We are driving home like this. That is bizarre. That is bizarre. I managed to get 4 of them up there at the front, but obviously 4 of them are just dangling now. Interesting. Oh my goodness, watch this. We can actually just drive this forwards. There we go. Reverse it backwards, and we can dump off the foods from here. That is ridiculous. I mean, it's really dumb looking, but it is working, and that is what we needed. There we go, they're all gone. Okay, we will obviously put these 4 in there as well, but we'll take our time with that. Okay, well, chickens have been fed. Everything else seems fine for now. It's bedtime, that's right. Well, good morning everybody from a rich man. Yes, that's right. We had almost 50,000 yesterday until we spent a bunch of money on some chicken feed. Now we've only got 44,000, but it is what it is. We have eggs right there, a good few eggs. We have milk over on the other side. Very good. We're not actually going to sell either of those today because we got other things to do. And it all involves actually making the farm look nicer. So, let's go ahead and do just that. I want to level out this ground over here, so let's try and do that. How do I do the intensity? I can't remember, but we're just going to go ahead and shove this in there like that and hope that that worked. That doesn't look great. That does not look great. Yeah, don't know how to feel about that, actually, but it's fine. Alright, good. We are going to go ahead and go to this. We are going to create a bit of a path around here. So let's go ahead and grab this. We'll just zoom it down to the end. We're going to go from here. We're going to zoom it this way. And just attach it onto the gravel that we already had over here. Okay, that works. I then want some fencing. I don't want to spend like loads of money on fencing, but... Oh, maybe this one. Yeah. Ooh, I can't actually fence that bit off. But what I'm going to do is just have... Oh, I can't even fence this bit off. What if I do like an exterior fence? That could be good. Alright, so... Exterior fence around the farm is not necessarily a bad idea. It's expensive. I'm not going to lie about that. It is very expensive. But that's alright. That is okay. Let's bring it to the to here again. And there we go. We have a fence all the way around the outside. Alright, bit weird, but that's okay. Lights. We're actually going to go for some of these lights. And I am actually just going to go for like one set. There it is. And that's it. There you go. One set of lights. Good. Is there anything else that I want? I actually think a tree would be quite nice too. But like a nice looking tree. Like a big one. What about this? Is that a big one? Yeah, there we go. A big tree right there. We'll go ahead and spin it around. We'll have a tree over here as well. And I might have a different tree back here. There we go. We got a bunch of trees. Very nice. Okay, let's go back through here. If you go to dirt, and you make it circle, we can put a dirt thingamabobby underneath each of the trees. That generally makes things look a little bit nicer, so that's why I've done it. Excellent. We're then gonna go through and get a little bit of bush. Little bit of bush. Put it around the bottom of the tree. That'll make it look beautiful. Ah, yeah. Awesome. I'm so happy with that. I also wanted a shed, so I'm actually going to go ahead and put a shed over here. It's not necessarily going to be a useful shed, but we've got one. And that'll allow me to walk around inside it, I guess. And also store some equipment if I need to. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Alright, well, that's kind of all I wanted to do today. Back to bed again. I wanted to see what it looked like on a nighttime with this light, and honestly, it doesn't light up an awful lot, to be honest. So we're going to go ahead and spend a little bit more money on a few more lights around the farm, now that it is actually nighttime, and we can see what the lights do. Alright, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and chuck a light over here. Would be kind of annoying to be to be the goats, if I'm honest, but it is what it is. It's like a football stadium. Okay, and then we'll chuck one right about here if we can. Whoa. I don't know what I just did, but there we go. Alright, that works. And now the whole thing is sort of lit up. Good. Of course, it's raining on our last day. It is raining. Alright, what are we going to do today then? Well, we're going to go ahead and put all of the eggs on this trailer. We're going to put all of the milk on the trailer. We're going to go get everything sold. And we're going to see how much money we actually have at the end. Also, I need to get this out of the rain. I don't want it to be out here. So let's reverse backwards. And shove it straight in out of the new shed. Yes, look at that. Beautiful. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and close this up. And we'll put all the stuff on the trailer. And we'll get out of here. Well, we're all loaded, so let's get out of here. I've gone ahead and parked up most of my equipment as well. And when we get back, we're going to have a, I guess a breakdown of what we've actually got on the farm now. Out the way, out the way. Come on, I want to see how much money this gets us. Boop. $46,947. That is amazing. We're actually up to 67,000 now. Which means we could do anything. We could do whatever we wanted. Unfortunately, it's the last day. Alright, well, since it is the last day, let's have a little talk about what we've done, what we've got, and how we got here. So, currently, we have $65,000, which is a lot more money than we started with, which was 0. We have ourselves a truck. This is the truck we started with, and that is the attachment we started with, so we could transport things around. We then have a water tanker next to it, which obviously attaches to the truck. We have ourselves a wheel loader, which is used for picking things up and moving things about. Very good. We have a logging trailer. We didn't actually end up using that an awful lot, because by the time we'd got it, we weren't logging very much. We got this low loader trailer. Honestly, this is a really cool trailer, and I really like it. We have chickens. We have actually got 500 chickens, 530. We have greenhouses. We have goats, which we have 110 of, and we have a shed. Oh, and a lawnmower as well, because we needed a lawnmower to feed the chickens. No, to feed the goats. We also have, obviously, the farm itself. So we bought a shed, we got the lights, we actually paid to have this ground put down, we bought the house. We did quite a lot. We did indeed. Anyway, I'm going to go and end this video here for now. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys enjoy videos like this one, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to do more. But for now, thanks for watching, see you next time, goodbye.